I'm sure it isn't lost on any of you that these finals are Kevin Durant's former team that he bailed on, the Warriors, against Kyrie Irving's former team he wanted out of, the Celtics. Burn. I think KD's a cautionary tale of something that men seek, and often to their peril, and that is power. Bill Belichick, at the, I'll say twilight of his career, last 5 or 6 years, he's getting close to mid-70s, right? Or isn't he around there somewhere? So Belichick had so much power in New England, I was told that in January, starting about 6 years ago, Belichick would call off the scouting department and tell them, I'll take the draft from here. Well, what followed was 4 or 5 straight egregiously bad drafts. Belichick acknowledged that he was going to give more sets of eyes power in the draft room in 2021, and they had their best draft in 5 or 6 years. This year again, Belichick took it over, and the Patriots had what we can call at best an odd draft. Robert Kraft acknowledged this not long ago, saying, hey, we had a really great 2021 draft. It made up for the previous 4 drafts. This happens in movies. Martin Scorsese is a legendary director, but he's become so all-powerful that when he made The Irishman, it was 3.5 hours long. I really liked the movie, but I didn't love the movie because when a movie's too long to watch, even on a plane, probably should cut out 40 minutes. I think Garth Brooks had this in the 90s when he was not only a sensation, he was the most powerful person, arguably, in music, not just country music. And when he came up with the idea to create a new character called Chris Gaines, a moody pop star, and make a movie about him, he had so much power, nobody raised their hand in the room and went, Garth, this is a terrible idea. Of course it was. It flopped. The movie was never made. And I think you see this time and time again, that men often seek power or become so successful, people don't challenge them. And what you get anytime you're making decisions in an echo chamber is a higher percentage of poor decisions. And this is really Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, nobody checked him when he said, I want to leave the best coach I've ever had, the best culture I've ever had, the best teammate Steph Curry I've ever had. Nobody checked him. His agent, Rich Kleiman, didn't check him. His shoe company apparently didn't push back. The feeling was, hey, Kevin Durant, he's going to take a big leap here, leave all that greatness, and go to the largely dysfunctional Brooklyn Nets with overwhelmingly dysfunctional Kyrie Irving. Nobody raised their hand and went, whoa, 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 whoa. No, you're not going to do that. We're not going to let you do that. Whether it's Belichick drafting, Martin Scorsese movie making, Garth Brooks creating a fictional character. Power corrupts. And can you imagine, I've used this example before, if Patrick Mahomes woke up tomorrow morning and said, I'm going to go play for the Jets because my best friend's going to go play for him, the NFL media would clobber him. His agent would, his shoe company. But there's very few move-the-needle stars in the NBA, maybe 4. And so media wants access to not only that player, but his agent and his shoe company. And you lose it by being critical. See, the NFL doesn't have that. As good as Josh Allen is, or Lamar Jackson is, or Justin Herbert is, or Patrick Mahomes is. I mean, Tom Brady could retire tomorrow. It's not going to hurt the ratings at all. Aaron Rodgers could leave tomorrow. It's not going to hurt the ratings. But if Durant leaves and Steph leaves and a handful of other people leave, they have so much power in the NBA, people cower and are unwilling to push back. Kevin Durant had so much power that nobody said to him, Kevin, not only is this going to be a huge mistake, but the contract you're signing with Brooklyn, you won't be able to get out of. And so here sits Kevin Durant today, another first-round exit, 2 and 3 years, humiliated watching Steph Curry and the Warriors heavily favored against the Celtics. And I can assure you, he's rooting for the Celtics. And I can assure you, Kyrie Irving is rooting for the Warriors. So the two guys that now play together are rooting against each other's interests. Surround yourself with people, not necessarily negative people, honest people, people who are authentic, people that can say, hey, I want you to think about this. Sleep on it. I don't know if that's a great decision for your career. Belichick, Garth Brooks, Martin Scorsese, Kevin Durant, doesn't matter how brilliant you are. You need people willing to be honest with you.